Intro. Welcome back to another episode of SevOps with your hosts, Aaron,
Tyler,
and Russ.
Well, we're going to talk about the evolution of direct attached storage to storage area networks and then on to hyper-converged infrastructure.
we're going to talk about how we got here
Where external storage arrays came from.
and why they're going away in some data centers.
So back in the day before this little company called VMware came along, anytime somebody wanted to stand up a new application, they had to deploy another server.
What?
Yeah.
Because of this, we saw lots of stranded resources.
Yeah, islands of resources. CPU was getting faster, RAM was getting denser and faster, but it was underutilized.
That is a lot of wasted resources, y'all.
A lot.
Like
Terrible.
85% wasted.
That's a lot.
That's pretty wasted.
It's ridiculous inefficient use of hardware resources.
Enter VMware.
And now we're just stacking apps on servers and driving utilization way up.
Okay, sweet, but once we started stacking multiple applications on a host,
We ended up with a classic dilemma of having all your eggs in one basket.
And even worse, the data for those VMs is just local to that server host, right?
yeah, dude! And that's where the idea for a storage area network came from.
Boom! So rather than have all our eggs in a server,
We moved the basket to an external storage system and made it more resilient.
With better uptime. I bet people don't even know that there's celebrities driving around right now. They probably just think we're like three normal guys.
additionally, the data became centralized.
Eliminating islands of capacity, too.
The whole concept of a SAN is to actually avoid those islands.
Like a well-navigated boat.
Now when servers go down, it's less of an issue.
VMs just reboot on another server in the host cluster.
That's too legit.
Too little to quit, too legit. And now we've got pooled CPU
RAM.
and storage. And it's cool because you got a top of rack switch which is attached to your host, it's consolidated. So you got all your apps running in a different place. It's better utilization. It's tied into the SAN. Wait a second. This sounds pretty complicated, guys.
So basically, it's the Frankenstein problem.
10 minutes to make the monster.
And an eternity to manage it.
I'll bet it's really easy to upgrade.
Nope. Terrifying.
So we've got this egg basket, right? What if we need a bigger egg basket?
Oh, it's great. You just go out and you procure a brand new, bigger egg basket.
Yeah, good luck forklift upgrading that egg basket without breaking any.
Oh, talk about downtime, dude.
Human intervention is awesome, said no one ever.
Major outage, bro.
Yeah, so let's talk about that upgrade process for a little bit. I mean, obviously, you got to make sure that, like, the
I don't
stuff
want
you're
to
gonna
talk
put in
about the
data
upgrade process.
Well,
it's
it sits
terrible.
on
Have
the
you
storage. You
ever
gotta make
seen
sure
it?
that they've-
It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah, you gotta go with
Everything
firmware.
always breaks.
What?
And you
Well, I
never
mean,
have
look,
enough
like,
space.
there's two things,
Non-special.
right? Like,
You have
there's
this
a
other
software
rack.
I mean, how do you
upgrade,
even
firmware
migrate
upgrade.
to
How
something
you have to
like that?
handling what, like,
But
birds
seriously,
migrating?
do you
You
have
gotta
enough
cover
boards?
it. You gotta make
You
sure that
probably
the
don't have
VMs
enough
are
boards.
exactly-
You don't
the
have
VMs
licenses.
need to be-
Wait. So you're telling me that if I want to scale my basket to hold more eggs, I have to go through all of that?
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds like I'm going to need some specialists for that.
Yeah, like network
What?
specialists.
Storage specialist, virtualization specialist.
Specialists.
There's probably a cabling
UPS
specialist.
Power specialist,
I
cooling
don't know.
specialist. Don't even get me started on how this needs to change.
Don't poke the bear.
For all of us.
Don't
Just
poke
don't.
the bear. Gone are the days of just being a storage admin or a network specialist or a server jockey.
You gotta be cross-functional cloud engineers, yo.
The full stack engineer, baby!
That's a whole separate rabbit hole though, dude.
Okay, awesome. Let's keep it moving.
Okay, so interconverged systems.
Yeah, people got tired of building their own snowflake systems, man.
And finding out that it didn't add as much value back to their business.
Everybody knows it's all about that business value, right?
And so started the shift towards buying pre-integrated architecture.
Moving up the stack for innovation.
Right, shifting the effort from integration to innovation.
Money, 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 money!
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, we're now virtualizing storage and networking.
Yeah, this is where we're seeing the huge transition to hyper-converged infrastructure.
Software defined, baby!
That's what we're talking about.
Woo!
All right, so break it down for me, bro.
Hyper-converged infrastructure is your servers and your storage.
In one super sweet, scalable, software defined box.
Super sweet.
Now we can stripe storage across server nodes in a resilient manner.
And this takes care of that eggs in one basket debacle.
And with policy-based management, the storage software does the heavy lifting. It rebuilds and reprotects your data for you across disparate sources.
It's more agile,
More available.
And more sustainable.
but definitely more agile.
and
The
sustainable.
most availability you could ever have.
But it's more agile though.
Compared to something that's less
that
available.
actually-
It's really
yeah.
about agility.
I may have
and
exaggerated
sustainability.
Yeah,
But it was
agility
still really-
level 99.
really available.
But it wasn't enough. The industry wanted more. more!
Massive simplification.
Storage, compute, and network are even closer. The razor's edge of a tightly integrated system.
Show enough, bro.
The storage of today is so dense and fast, you can just throw it back into the server.
So dense!
So fast.
And you get to manage it all through the software.
The software!
It sounds like we're coming full circle on this stuff.
Boom!
Exactamundo.
Leveraging the intelligence of the software, you can manage and scale out the entire stack.
It is awesome!
This is why VMware isn't seen as just a server hypervisor company anymore.
But rather a three-pronged cloud foundation company.
Virtual machines
Virtual networks.
and virtual storage.
We just need pools of resources for deployment.
And external SAN can't touch this level of integration and functionality.
That is awesome.
And collapsing it all together with automation and orchestration allows you to become a full stack engineer.
It gives IT more time to focus on what really matters to the business.
Driving that business value,
Like a boss. This is Aaron,
Russ.
And Tyler.
signing off with another episode of SevOps. All right. That about does it. Time to wrap it up and get out of here. Are you talking about triple stamping a double stamp?
You can't triple stamp a double stamp.
What do you mean to say?